5 whole years. It's been 5 years since Fallout 76 has released, and in those 5 years we have come a long way. All of us as, well, vault dwellers and players alike, we've done a lot of things, and I kind of just wanted to take a look back on how we got where we did. How every one of us at one point walked down the staircase. Of course, not every one of us got to see the donation box and half the people at the bottom of the staircase, because back when a lot of us started playing, there was no NPCs, there was only robots. But I still remember the magic of just looking over and seeing all of the wilderness that was, and just everything that it was just, I was so dumbfounded when I originally started playing this game, because I'm a native of West Virginia myself, and I was so excited to see this game for the first time. But just to look at what everyone's done, how far we've come as a community, and how well we've grown as a community. Seeing as us being one of the most wholesome communities, the most welcoming communities that I know of, it just says a lot that this game is 5 years old and we still have tons of players. We still have players coming, to be exact. There's no shortage of players. But just to look back and see that this game originally launched with no NPCs and everybody did nothing but put it down. For me, that was the funnest part of this game, was knowing that you wouldn't run into anybody except it was players. This spot over here, I remember it fondly. This was my first ever base that I ever had. I built up over here on top of this existing structure. It's been about 3 years ago now, but no, probably 4 years, because I played a little bit after launch. But I remember that, and that was amazing. Of course, I remember walking down this exact path, seeing what everybody else saw, just being dumbfounded by, this is the next Fallout game. That we're not going to be like Fallout 4, this is going to be a completely different experience, and it was. This was the first ever mainstay Fallout game that was based solely around other interactions with other existing people. This game meant so much to me, in fact, that I have devoted 1,100 hours of my life to this game. And I know people are going to say, but I have almost 5,000 hours. And you know what I say to that? I mean, congratulations, buddy, it's a game. I mean, I love it like everybody else does, but I have a life outside of it too. A lot of people remember this house right here being the first ever house they encountered the Scorched at, and being the first place they saw the, you know, I forgot what they're called now, the bodies that have been just sitting there, it's covered in ash. A lot of people remember that. I mean, I took a break and I can't remember half this stuff. One of the biggest things I do remember, however, is back when I first started playing, which was 2019, 2020, there was a little place right up here. Of course, the Wayward at that time was not in the game, and the storyline was rather bleak. It just revolved around you launching nukes. But this place right up here, there were so many player camps that would be placed right here, right in this little area, right outside of Flatwoods, and right beside what would be known as the Wayward. There's so many. I mean, one of mine was, the only reason why I had it here was because I didn't have to worry about crafting other things. I could walk up here and use what the Overseer had just to craft my stuff. But this was long before the Wayward even was thought of. I remember like it was yesterday. I can also remember my first ever walk in the Flatwoods. Of course, now it's been tainted with the Brotherhood of Steel and other NPCs, but back then it was just a road that you had to walk alone because there wasn't no NPCs in the game. and it was amazing. I can remember seeing the White Spring for the first time, and believe me when I said that it amazed me. Knowing that I was actually able to go there, and I have been there several times since I originally started playing this game. Every time I come here, it just makes me awe and wonder on how well the devs just made this place. I mean, this is a nostalgic video, but of course it can't be because all the responders have ruined it. I can't tell you how many times I have ran this building right here. It's been so many times that it ain't even funny. I've done so much here. This is a lot of people's XP building. We'd run it time after time after time just to get a little bit of XP. Of course, back then there wasn't no scale up leveling, so if you came here and there was a level 100 player already here, you were going to be facing up against level 55 enemies. That used to be the cap. Now it's, I think, 100. It just kind of shows, you know, how well the game's come along and just what they decided to do to help the community. And of course, no one can forget about the White Sulphur Spring Fountain here that cures all diseases. Because I remember coming here a lot when I was low level because I didn't have disease cures all the time, and I was not going to remain sick. I did that quite a lot. Now, who can forget about this place? I can't tell you how many times I've walked these streets with friends and random people just to get a chance at getting a little mask. It's funny how when you look back at it, how just simple it seems, but how many people would hide in buildings like that one, the hut of course, and they'd spin just to get the mask. They missed the whole point of the game, and that was just to have fun. I've probably done the Fast 9 event probably 200 times now, and each time I do it, of course, the music from the bot gets boring, but the content never does. I will never cease to not enjoy doing the Fast 9 event, even with my friends. It's a memory I will always cherish because, to be honest with you, as much as I hate it, I also love this event. For the next 2 minutes of the video, or till the end of the video, I'd like just to talk straight down to earth to everybody here, language everyone can easily understand, and that is, I have enjoyed this game so much, and this game is what brought me to YouTube. Of course, my 313 subscribers, as you see in the back, what a shameless plug that is. It don't bother me knowing that I don't have many of them, because I enjoy doing this. And I have a visitor. Yeah, I don't have Fallout First anymore because I took a couple months off playing the game, so I'm not on a private world for my videos anymore. I'm now on my own, standard adventure world. So there'll be people in my videos if I don't get it. Forewarning. But I'd just like to say thanks to everybody that I've met in the past 5 years on this game, and just kind of take a long look back and realize just how much fun we've all kind of had. I mean, there was a time before I even knew what builds were. I mean, for the longest time, I didn't have a build, I just had weapons. I can remember that like it was yesterday. There wasn't no big high up build because I didn't know how to even build one. I never thought about it. I just spec'd into random shit, and it got me by. However, I met some friends and fixed everything up. Now I'm just like the rest of you all. High level, nothing's a challenge to me, and it kind of makes you think what keeps me playing. And what keeps me playing is the community. That's it for today's video. If y'all enjoyed it, please leave a like and subscribe. Thanks for the 5 years of memories and fun. And like always, stay good.